In this video, we will reveal the magic formula for financial freedom, the 50-30-20 budget rule. We'll show you how to use this powerful tool to take control of your finances, ditch the debt monster, and finally start living the life you deserve. So let's get started. Let's kick things off with a real-world example. Imagine you're Sarah, and you've just landed a job paying $4,000 monthly after taxes. You're eager to get your finances in order, so give this 50-30-20 rule a shot. Sarah breaks it down here. She sets aside $2,000 for her essentials. That covers her rent, utility bills, groceries, and car payments. Next, she allocates $1,200 for her fun money. This lets her enjoy a few nights out with friends, keep up her gym membership, and save up for a weekend getaway. The remaining $800 goes into her savings account and is used to pay off her student loan. You might wonder, what's the deal with these specific numbers? Well, that's where the 50-30-20 rule comes into play. It's a simple yet effective way to manage your money without getting lost in financial jargon. You've got your monthly income, and you're wondering how to divvy it up so you can pay your bills, have some fun, and still save for the future. Enter the 50-30-20 rule. Here's the lowdown. You take your after-tax income, the money you have left after Uncle Sam takes his cut, and split it into 3 buckets. The first bucket is for your needs, the essential stuff you can't live without. It's the 50% portion. We're talking rent or mortgage payments, utilities, groceries, insurance, car payments, and any other bills crucial for keeping a roof over your head and food on the table. These are non-negotiables. Next up is the 30% bucket. That one's for your wants, the fun stuff. It's your lifestyle fund. It covers things like dining out, movies, gym memberships, shopping sprees, vacations, and other forms of entertainment. It's the slice of your budget that makes life enjoyable and keeps you from feeling like a financial monk. However, it's essential to remember that these are things you can technically live without. They're not must-haves, but rather nice-to-haves. Finally, we have the 20% bucket, which goes towards savings and paying off debt. It is your future fund. This chunk is meant for building an emergency fund, saving for retirement, investing, and tackling outstanding debts like student loans or credit card balances. The idea is to secure your financial future and ensure you're prepared for any curveballs life throws. Now, for the 50% needs category, what goes in there? Consider regular living expenses like groceries, housing, rent or mortgage, and health insurance, important if something happens to you. Utilities like electricity also go here. Needs are things you can't live without or would make life very hard without, like food and shelter. So when you budget 50% for needs, these are things to include. But what if your needs take up more than 50% of your income? For many, the burden of student loans, credit card debt, and high living costs can make it difficult to cover must-haves each month. This kind of financial pressure is common today, prompting individuals to carefully evaluate their spending habits and priorities. In such cases, you might need to take on a side gig or cut back on some discretionary spending. The goal is to balance these percentages as closely as possible to maintain a healthy financial lifestyle, or you may trim down your wants. And what is considered a want? It is where many people get confused. A want might make life a bit less fun if you don't have it, but you can still live without it. For example, not having Netflix or Hulu, or not buying a new grill. These are wants, not needs. Some things that fall under wants are shopping for new clothes or shoes. You won't die if you don't get new shoes right now. Dining out is another big want. Many people find it easier to eat out because of their busy lives, but you can cook at home instead. Hobbies also fall under the wants category. Having a hobby like gardening, flying drones, or video editing is fun and important for happiness, but it's not necessary to live. So a want is something you don't need to live, but improves your life. I know this sounds simple, but it's important to write it down and see where your money goes. Sometimes wants can sneak into the needs category, leading to debt each month. But if you're debt-free and already have a solid emergency fund, you can funnel more than 20% into investments and savings. Similarly, if your wants don't require the complete 30%, you can allocate the surplus to the savings and debt category. For instance, if you budgeted only $10,000 for wants instead of $12,000, you could allocate the remaining $2,000 to savings or debt repayment. The more you can assign to this category, the better, especially for long-term financial stability. The 50-30-20 rule is flexible enough to adapt to your unique financial situation, but it provides a solid foundation to start. However, it's important to note that the 50-30-20 rule is particularly beneficial for average income earners, providing a clear structure to monitor spending across 3 straightforward categories. This approach may not be as suitable for high-income earners who might find allocating 30% to wants excessive. For instance, someone earning over $100,000 annually might need to adjust these percentages to align with their financial goals and lifestyle. Implementing the 50-30-20 rule can greatly simplify budgeting and improve financial management, particularly for lower income brackets. By focusing 50% on needs, 30% on wants, and 20% on savings and debt, you can develop a sustainable financial plan that balances necessary expenses with savings for the future. This structured approach helps prevent overspending on non-essential items while ensuring that savings and debt repayment remain consistent priorities. What makes this rule so appealing is its simplicity. You don't need a degree in finance to understand or implement it. It's designed to be easy to remember and apply, helping you keep your finances in check without much fuss. Plus, it lets you balance living for today and planning for tomorrow. Let's explore some strategies to make the 50-30-20 rule work for you. It is like a financial fitness plan. It might take some getting used to, but stick with it and you'll be flexing those money muscles in no time. First, you need to know exactly where your money is going. It's like trying to navigate without a map. You'll just end up lost and confused. So, start by tracking every single penny you spend for a month. Yes, even that $2 coffee you grabbed on the way to work. Many apps can help you do this. Or you can go old school with a notebook and pen. The key is to be honest with yourself. No judgment here. We're just gathering data. Once you've got a clear picture of your spending, it's time to categorize. It is where the rubber meets the road. Look at each expense and ask yourself, is this a need or a want? Or savings debt repayment? Be ruthless here. That gym membership you haven't used in 6 months? That's a want, not a need. Your student loan payment? That goes into the savings and debt bucket. Now, grab your calculator and determine what percentage of your income goes to each category. Don't be surprised if your current spending aligns differently from the 50-30-20 rule right off the bat. That's normal. The goal here is to see where you stand so you can start making adjustments. Let's tackle the needs category. It is usually the trickiest one to trim down, but there are often hidden opportunities for savings. Take a hard look at your fixed expenses. Can you negotiate a better rate on your car insurance? Is it time to shop around for a cheaper cell phone plan? Maybe you could save on utilities by being more energy efficient. Every little bit helps, and those small savings can add up to big bucks over time. If your needs take up more than 50% of your income, it might be time for some bigger changes. This could mean looking for a cheaper place to live, selling that gas-guzzling car for something more economical, or even considering moving to a lower-cost area. These aren't easy decisions, but sometimes they're necessary to get your financial house in order. Let's move on to the fun stuff, the wants category. Many people struggle with this because, let's face it, we all want nice things. The key here is to prioritize. List the things that truly bring you joy and add value to your life. It could be your daily latte, monthly massage, or Netflix subscription. Keep those, but look for areas where you can cut back without feeling deprived. One effective strategy is to institute a 24-hour rule for any non-essential purchases. See something you want? Wait 24 hours before buying it. Often the urge will pass and you'll realize that you didn't really need it after all. It's like leaving the cookies on the top shelf. Out of sight, out of mind. Another trick is to find free or low-cost alternatives for your favorite activities. Love going to the movies? Look for free outdoor screenings in your area. Enjoy dining out? Learn to cook your favorite restaurant meals at home. The internet is a treasure trove of ideas for having fun on a budget. Use it to your advantage. Regarding the savings and debt repayment category, automation is your best friend. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account and automatic debt payments. This way, you're paying yourself and your creditors first before you have a chance to spend that money elsewhere. It's like putting your veggies on your plate first. You must eat them to get it done. If you're carrying high-interest debt like credit card balances, prioritize paying those off as quickly as possible. The interest you're paying on that debt is likely higher than any returns you'd get from saving or investing that money. For savings, start with building an emergency fund if you don't already have one. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses tucked away in an easily accessible savings account. It's your financial safety net, there to catch you if life throws you a curveball. Once you've sorted your emergency fund, start thinking about your long-term financial goals. Are you saving for a down payment on a house? Planning for retirement? Want to start your own business? Whatever your goals are, break them down into smaller, manageable chunks. Instead of thinking, I need to save $50,000 for a house down payment, think, I need to save $500 a month for the next 100 months. It makes the goal feel more achievable and lets you track your progress along the way. Now let's talk about staying motivated. Budgeting can feel like a chore, but it doesn't have to. Find ways to make it fun. You could turn it into a game, challenging yourself to find new ways to save each month. Or you could use a visual tracker like a thermometer you fill in as you get closer to your savings goals. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Paid off a credit card? Do a happy dance. Managed to stick to your budget for a whole month? Treat yourself to something small but meaningful. Remember, the 50-30-20 rule is a guideline, not a hard and fast rule. Life happens, and there will be months when things don't go according to plan. You may have an unexpected medical bill, or your car breaks down. Don't beat yourself up when this happens. The key is to get back on track as soon as you can. It's also important to review and adjust your budget regularly. Your income might change, your goals might shift, or you might find that certain categories need more or less than you initially allocated. Set aside some time each month to review your spending and savings and make tweaks as needed. Lastly, remember to share your goals with your friends and family. A support system can make a huge difference in sticking to your financial plans. Plus, you might inspire others to get their finances in order. It's like having a workout buddy, but for your wallet. Implementing the 50-30-20 rule can be challenging, but it's worth it. It's about creating a sustainable financial lifestyle that allows you to meet your needs, enjoy your life, and set yourself up for a secure future. So, take a breath, crunch those numbers, and get started. Your future self will thank you for it. Now, if you know someone who could benefit from this information, please share it with them. Many people find these videos helpful, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Thank you for watching.